Donald Tusk has issued last call to the UK to lay the cards on the table if a Brexit deal is to be done in time. The European Council president said the most difficult issues were unresolved and quick progress was needed if agreement was to be reached by October. Talks continue over the terms of the UK's withdrawal from the EU in March next year. What happens to the Irish border remains a sticking point. The UK says both sides want to see a faster pace in talks. Read more, analysis, what next for the Tories on the bumpy road to Brexit? Read more, Theresa May warned time is getting shorter to reach Brexit deal. The 27 leaders demanded further clarity as well as realistic and workable proposals from the UK as regards its position on the future relationship. And in a hint perhaps that UK red lines could be softened, the 27 leaders said, if the UK positions were to evolve, the EU will be prepared to reconsider its offer. Prime Minister Theresa May has been unable to say much new at this summit, the last one before October, because she has yet to get her cabinet to agree on a blueprint for the UK's future relationship with the EU. They are due to meet at Chequers next week, in what has been billed as a make-or-break meeting. May has said the UK will then publish a white paper setting out in more detail what strong partnership the United Kingdom wants to see with the European Union in the future. Chancellor Angela Merkel said May would come to Germany and we will have a longer debate on this once the proposals were published. May said at the European Council summit she had been stressing that we want a deal that's going to work for the UK and for our European partners, and that if we work together, we can support each other's prosperity and security. We are going to be publishing our white paper shortly and I want to see the negotiations accelerating and intensifying thereafter, she added. May used the summit to warn EU leaders that citizens' safety could be put at risk unless the UK was allowed to participate in European schemes to share information about criminals and suspects. We currently enjoy a high level of cooperation with member states of the EU in a number of areas on security that are important for our citizens, she said. This is what is at stake and I want to see a strong and deep security partnership continuing with our European Union partners. Culture Secretary Matt Hancock said a special cabinet meeting at Chequers on Brexit next week would reach a conclusion on the UK's EU withdrawal goals, telling BBC Radio 4's Today programme, I do think that it's important that the business voice is listened to. I think that the Conservative Party is the party of business and of prosperity, or we are nothing. On withdrawal negotiations, Hancock said, these negotiations have been, of course, they've been noisy by their nature, but the progress keeps being made. The European Union's chief Brexit negotiator Michel Barnier said he hoped the forthcoming white paper would include workable and realistic proposals, but warned that time was short for a deal to be struck. Arriving at the summit, Barnier said, we have made progress but huge and serious divergence remains, in particular on Ireland and Northern Ireland. After Brexit, the EU wants an EU-UK ambitious partnership, on trade as well as on security. But we have to base this partnership on our values and our principles, respecting also the UK red lines. He continued, now we are waiting for the UK white paper and I hope it will contain workable and realistic proposals. Time is very short.